It's a brilliant night. It's open mic. Nakwambia tuko hapa hivi tunataka kupiga risto moja ndimba skuruka. Design ya konte yani ni noma hivyo. Inaitwa resolutions. Hiyo ndio tutakuwa tunadiscuss leo usiku. So kama unatu join for the first time #Youth Cafe ndio hiyo hashtag tunatumia ndani ya studio. Nakwambia right next to me ni gentleman amekama hapa hivi ku make sure that hii conversation imekuwa successful. Anaitwa Hosea Buliba, who is a talent manager na Nairobi Women's. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice. Tulianza na ladies first lakini wacha tulikuwa tuanze na gentleman before. Pale Tessie Moga, who is a career expert with Lafayette. Lafayette is a French name. Karibu sana kwa studio yetu. You're looking good in red, by the way. Na nakwambia hapo hivyo extreme right next to Zinzi is a gentleman by the name Lotan Salapei. Huyu jamani gentleman mwenyewe CEO founder amesema niseme hizo vitu zote lakini lazima nitaikachocha kiasi. Lotan Salapei huyu jamani ndio CEO Kwanza Africa. Karibu. The first question would be
to me?
To everyone.
Okay.
To you, now that you've volunteered.
Yeah.
Okay. Resolution 2018. Have you guys made your resolutions? Do you believe in resolutions?
Actually, I do believe in resolutions, but more or less see just resolutions because at the end of the day, what changed between 2017 and 2018 is just a number. The person did not change. So unless the person actually changes themselves, 2018 might have just been December. Today, as in, kama akungekuwa na hizo dates, ingekuwa tu ni December. So the most important thing about resolutions is not actually the act of writing them down, it's actually the act of internalizing them. Okay, I've said that 2018, I'm a young guy, I don't want to drink anymore. Okay, what are you doing about it? You understand? So it's more than just writing it down, it's about internalizing it, sitting down and actually saying, this is me. Because it takes a lot of discipline to actually see to it that you actually get to February. I'm not even talking about December now.
Ushaanza kwa mdeep, wacha nikupatie kidogo.
Umeingia magugu.
Toka uanze kufanya job ya mjengo. Umekuwa deep sana. Tessie, talk to me.
I think I'll just back up what Lotan said, but I'll just really break it down. Because for me, I think what kills us is we make decisions or resolutions that are very long term. What I have come to learn and how I have come to build on my resolutions is short term. I can work with 3 months and then reevaluate, then set another 3 months, then reevaluate. And that way you work. But then you said something that's in December. What do you do? Every day you sit back and say, we're still in February.
Exactly.
So now we're still in March, you know? So we are hanging.
Jose, hebu niongeleshe.
Okay, for me, I'd like to back them also. Resolutions are set in such a way that in small bits, so that at the end of the day, you're able to look at the bigger picture of it all.
I'm going to play the devil's advocate. There's no way all of you are just agreeing. So I'm going to play the devil's advocate
Let's
here
go.
and say the fact that the inspiring videos that you watch, that I've personally watched, especially on YouTube, they say, do not make a resolution, not every year. Okay, so this year I'm going to lose weight. This year I'm going to do X, Y, Z. I'm going to find an internship into etc. You should say, to make myself better, I'm going to eat healthier. And not just 2017, it's going to be a lifelong thing. It's going to be a lifelong goal. It's not 2017 or 2018. What I will say is that I agree with Tessie, is that then you reevaluate yourself after 3 months. But these goals are lifetime goals. They're not 2017 goals or 2018 goals. They're lifetime goals.
But there's some goals that are actually, I say, by end of 2018, I need to have bought a car. I can't do that in a lifetime.
Exactly.
You know, I can't do that in a lifetime. Okay. So it depends with the goals that you're setting. Others are really like a lifestyle thing forever, but then others are really short-term, long-term, time-appropriate. It has to be capped to something.
Plus, just another thing that many young people are doing is they base a lot of resolutions based on emotions. Like you went, you got high, you fell on the road, you're like,
I'm done.
I'm done. You didn't think it through. You need to sit down, analyze. You know, you say, okay, these are the steps. You know, you see, success is not accidental. It's calculated. You have to plan for it. So once you sit down and you go like, you know.
That is so deep. Success is
not accidental.
It's not accidental.
It's not
calculated.
an accident.
It's very calculated. Nobody just wakes up and there's something. You plan for it.
What are some of the mistakes people make when maybe coming up with their resolutions? Especially artists, kwa sababu 2018 pia inakani kama mwaka iko na vitu poa, tumeona Golden Globe Awards, si tuko na Groove Awards itakuwa hapa hivi, kuna vitu kibao, artist anasema mimi mwaka mimi nashinda awards zote. What's that one wrong resolution zenye artists will make?
The first mistake many people make is not looking where they left it off in the last year. They evaluate the last year, then plan for the next year from where you stopped.
Is the problem planning, really?
It's planning. It is planning. Yeah.
It is.
It is planning.
I mean, it is. Like, for you to say you want to lose weight, you can't just be saying you want to lose weight. Now, una plan your gym.
You have to have a plan.
Una plan your eating healthy, like since ametuambia. Unajua. So it's not just stumbling upon it. Acha nikwambie, shida moja ya young ni ukiona kuangalia naona aseli yako on TV, zinzi on TV, alimekitaje, anataka hiyo instant solution, 1 minute as in amejiona to light and actually
standard goods na CV.
Exactly, unajua. But angalia the hard work that it takes, the discipline and everything. So that's what resolution is all about. The hard work that it involves.
Most people's resolutions are very unrealistic.
Yeah.
Sit down with most people, even in the career path, and say, okay, what are your career resolutions for this year? They are very unrealistic. They are not going to happen. So because people don't really, it's the way Lotan is saying, people want to jump into success like tomorrow. Like now we're here, tomorrow I want to be working, I want to be a CEO tomorrow. But then nobody's looking at, I need to do this, to do this, to do this. There are steps. It's a plan, it's a step, it's a day-by-day thing to get there. But then people want easy success.
I want us to focus on something, and maybe me may decide, mwaka gari nayo, but what are some of the factors that affect our resolutions? Kuna the social part of it, economic part of it, political part of it. Like this year, wale watu wanaenda kuingia chuo, mimi nitakuwa number 1 miaka zote. Alafu education system imechange, vitabu zimechange, walimu wa jarada. Hebu niambie, let's talk about these social, economic or political issues that affect our resolutions. Because mimi decide nimeweka kila kitu on paper, ziko sawa, nimeandika handwriting poa, but I'm not going to realize all these things because they are matters affecting. Who talk to me about that?
Let me say something on that. Before even they talk, let me be the guy that will be on the other side, because I'm sure I'll be on the other side. I believe that regardless of what you go through, political is not supposed to affect you because all of us are under the same circumstances. Economics, all of us are using the same Kenya shillings. You know, social, all of us are walking on the streets of the city. But the most important thing is, see, guys write resolutions. February, aukumbuki hata moja. Unajua? As in, baki nakani kama you took yourself on a ride. Umekaa tu hivi uko, then December kunywa. Okay, sasa naanza February 1st. Okay, unajua? So it's more or less of sit down, write it down, analyze. This is what I want to do by the time it's March. And this is how I want to achieve it.
I like that, the how aspect.
That's the question that many young people don't ask themselves. They don't ask themselves the how. See, strategy is very important. Even when you go to war, strategy is where armies lose or win. Do you understand? So you can't just sit down and say, I'll be the chairman of this and this. How? If you can answer the how, you're good to go. 2018 is made for you.
I can work with what Lotan has said partly. But someone once, I used to think like the way Lotan feels, but then someone came to me and says, life happens sometimes. And life can be social, political, economical, you know, all these things. Sometimes life happens. But then does that make you stop thinking about your end game? Okay? So this, when life happens, then you should always constantly think, it has happened. Does it make me stop my resolution? Or do I have to work around what has happened now and focus?
Right.
You get?
Right.
So even when life happens, now people would give excuses. I didn't do because this happened. I didn't do because this happened. It shouldn't be the case.
Everybody always has an excuse for something.
It shouldn't be the
always
case.
An excuse for something.
You know? Yeah.
Jose, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, I'd like to add. And you should always, as much as you're making plans, you have the perfect plan. Yeah. You should also have a contingency plan. And also at the end of the day, always reevaluate and have an accountability partner.
Right.
Or an accountability system.
I love what Richard Branson says in his latest blog post that he writes, and he says, and I quote, "Share your goals with your family and friends, but ultimately it is down to what you make your resolutions happen in 2018. So this time round on Street Sense, this is what you